Hey, this is Dave and Rich again at housebearings.com. Today we wanted to show you how to change a cartridge, a shower valve cartridge. We're renovating this bathroom and we've got this whole setup, and this gives you a little behind the scenes on what's behind the wall and then how you go about changing out your cartridge if there was a leak or a problem. This is your cartridge and this is what we're going to replace. If you're having trouble with your temperature or your water flow or you're getting drips, this is the culprit. This is the first thing you're going to go to, and that's why we're going to show you how to change it. Alright, step one, before you begin to do anything, make sure you've already turned off your water supply. If your water supply is not turned off, when you start to, I don't even know if you'd be able to turn this ring manually, but you would with a wrench. Once you start to take this ring off and you haven't turned off your water supply, you pull this cartridge out and water is going to be coming up these lines into here and straight out at you. So it's just a reminder to make sure you've already turned that off. The temperature on this particular Delta shower valve is controlled by pulling this out and then dialing it one way or the other. And they'll warn you highly that if you put it all to the hot way, that you risk a scald injury. So anyway, if it's too cold, you just simply pull this white ring out and then adjust it and push it back in, and it'll give you a more hot or more cold depending on what you're needing. So that if it's a temperature issue, you can just adjust it here and see, and then put your handle back on and see if that helped any. If it's a leak, then the cartridge itself has to come out and replace the O-rings. Also, the cartridge controls the flow, not only the temperature but the flow. And so if you're having flow issues, it could be one side or the other of the cartridge is the O-rings are bad. But this controls temperature and flow. Okay, basically you just have a little Allen wrench, and there's a little hole behind your handle here. And I guess every setup would be different, but you would just go in there and loosen the set screw, and this will just ultimately just pull off. That's your cartridge right there. You will have a trim ring that will sit like this against the tile. What we want to take off is this ring underneath this. This is our shower valve ring. So the question would be, is your trim ring of your shower valve interfering with this? If it's set back like this and you can get to this ring, then you're fine. If it's setting forward like this and you can't get to this ring without removing this, you can take your screws out. You may have a bead of silicone all the way around this, which you would cut with a box cutter. Once you remove these screws, you can put just a screwdriver blade by this and see if this will just pop off. If it has a bead of clear silicone all the way around this, then you can just come across with a box cutter and go around and break loose that silicone, and then this will slide off. And so you just have to determine what your particular situation is. So after you get the trim ring off, you're looking at the shower valve, and this ring on your shower valve is the next thing that has to come off. It holds your cartridge, this gray thing. Some of them are gray and white, some are white. You want to get this out. That's what you would replace. So you got to take this ring off. Now this ring, we just put this on, but it's really tight, and the reason is because there's water pressure in these lines. So to release that, we can slide the handle back on the valve and then catch any water that would come out. But that just releases the pressure on the shower valve by letting that extra water come out. Now take the handle back off, and then we'll try to give this a turn. And if this is more than hand tight, we can. Oh, okay. Mine came off with just by turning it by hand. If you needed help on that, this is where you have to be careful not to mar this ring. You could use a larger set of channel locks on this and gently, maybe put a cloth around that and gently turn it. Or if you have it, a bigger one of these, a monkey wrench. Same thing, it would go on there and turn it. Turn it counterclockwise. And your valve ring comes off. And then, as you can see, before you take it off, on one of these sides you're going to have an H, which is the hot side. And then this one, and this is a Delta shower valve and cartridge. It has a little V there, and you want to be able to reseat it back in that hole. So now you just pull it out, And there you go. And then typically if you need something to replace, fix, it's these black O-rings that, as they age will need to be replaced. Or you can just get a whole new cartridge. It depends on what your particular issue is. And then it goes in just the same way as it came out. You put it in, and you want to align those triangles together with your H on this side, as you can see on this one. Okay, so there's the H for hot, so that's going to go on your left side. Then you align these two triangles. That makes sure it goes in the right spot. And because these are O-rings, it's going to be a tight fit. It should be a tight fit. And so you just push it in hard and it'll set, and then you go. You're good to go. Go ahead, reverse everything that we just did. Put your shower valve ring on. And then your trim ring. And if yours had silicone, go ahead and, of course, put silicone, a bead of silicone around this edge. And then it goes back on like so. And then your handle. And don't forget to take your Allen wrench and tighten the set screw, and you're good to go. Hope this helps with your shower cartridge repairs. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we always appreciate likes and comments. Thanks for viewing, and we'll see you next time.